Okay, welcome back to session 4 of Embers of the Titans. I definitely remembered the correct number, and we didn't have to
Right off the
re-record.
bat.
Right off the bat, we didn't have to re-record because of technical difficulties. We're pros at this.
It was actually because I shared my character sheet on accident.
Oh, oops. All right. We last left off with you guys in the Inkworm Night city of Adelaide Skifta. You were spending the night at an inn called the Stained Glass. Um, and right off the bat, uh, I'm gonna put Wren on the spot here.
Now, keep in mind, I'm
Uh,
not there.
yeah, you're not there, Pick. We gotta loop back around to you in the fullness of
Find
time.
out what hole in the wall he lives in.
Are you still in Sweater Town at this point? I forget.
So, Wren, I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
Wait, this is about bad dreams. I did something last week.
Yes, yes,
I can't
okay.
remember exactly what I did, but I did something.
Yes, you rolled for nightmares last session, Kai, and Mariel rolled something to try to prevent them, but she did not roll high enough.
What?
Yep, we have it on record. Uh,
Dang it, I thought I did. I thought you said it did better.
no, you blunted them, but you did not completely prevent
Okay.
them. Okay, so Kai, you are walking through the desert. And as you're walking, you look up and you see the stars beginning to go out, one by one by one. And the darkness descends until it becomes a ceiling. This hall filled with ginormous cobwebs stretched from wall to wall. And as you try to walk, they grow up around you and you become more and more entangled, close, throttling, and a voice whispers, "It's time to wake up." And then you wake up in a cold sweat.
That can only mean good things for me.
This is probably
Absolutely.
fine.
Everything's fine. You wake up in a cold sweat. Mariel, you were sleeping, I think there were 2 beds and you were sleeping in
Yeah.
the other one?
Yeah. Did I have any dreams?
Uh,
This is relevant.
roll, roll
This is
me,
relevant.
roll me religion or arcana.
Okay, let me see which I'm better at. Okay. Let's see here. Arcana is -2. That can't be good.
Religion's probably more relevant
Religion's
anyway.
0. You're an angel. I'm an angel. My religion is 0. Okay. Let's get.
All right, you rolled an 11. In your dream, you are back in the Arclea Nebula, where you were sort of raised in this angelic nursery.
What's it called? The Arcane Nebula?
Arclea.
Arclea. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's in my backstory. Actually, that's right.
And you're there and kind of surrounded by sort of vaguely remembered images of other angels. The dream's fairly indistinct.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're standing there, you see the back of your old teacher, the Archangel Chamanos.
James.
And he just turns and he holds up a scroll and he says, "Where's the other half of this?" And then you wake up.
Huh. I'm gonna look around. Well, this thing is really soft. I'm used to sleeping on like a bed thing.
Yeah, you're both in like these super ornate like 4-poster beds with embroidered
Oh,
curtains and like
I'm gonna pull one aside and swing my legs over and check and make sure Ren's okay. I mean Kai's okay. The actual
Can
character.
I roll something to see how well I'm like composed? What would that be?
you could roll me. It would probably be a wisdom saving throw, I'm guessing. If you want to do that.
Oh,
You wake up in a cold sweat, Kai, but
Under
you've been
control.
around and this is just another day for you. This is not the first nightmare you've had. This is not your first rodeo. It's just another day in the life of Kai DeFlu. So you both wake up. And since Kai seems pretty much okay, Mariel, I don't think Kai, do you give any impression that you had a nightmare, or do you just kind of keep it to yourself?
Should definitely keep it to herself.
Okay. Okay.
She's just starting to
Maris-
prepare for the day.
Mariel's clueless.
Yeah, you roll the 2 on insight. Kai seems fine. We're gonna pan over now as you guys get ready for the day to pick. It's
Hello.
pick, right?
Yes, pick.
You slunk off into somewhere else in Length Palastrian of the city of Adelaide Skifta. Where did you slink off to? I want to know.
Well, it slunk off to. I'm looking at my character sheet because I think I named this place. Actually, no, you named it in the first episode. What was the?
Did I?
I think so. I don't remember. Anyway,
Hang on. Let me see if it's in my notes.
anyway, wherever the pub was that I had spent so much time with Takeen, your stuff.
Oh, yes. I wonder if. Oops. Okay, so I don't have. I didn't notate that.
That's okay. I don't actually know what the name is either. Anyway,
Okay, you're at the pub.
I am at the pub. I have I have residency. That doesn't necessarily mean I have a dedicated spot, but I'm small enough that I just sort of made a nest for myself in some corner
Yeah.
up high, some area in the back that no one seems to ever find me in. I don't think I'm supposed to be there, but it's never stopped me before.
Yeah, no, you've done this so many times. If they really were going to make a fuss about it, they already would have.
Yeah, they don't even know I'm there.
Takeen is not here today, but the proprietor, who is this sort of small dwarf woman with sort of very ornately braided sort of beard that's forked, and these sort of like long braids on her head, and sort of a darker skin tone, and she kind of like is walking in and is like heating up the ovens to start up the pub inn, the Nobody Inn. That's perfect. Okay, that's now the name of it.
I love it. The Nobody Inn is perfect for this place.
Oh, that's so good. The Nobody Inn. Okay, and the proprietor's name is Lola, and she kind of like as she's heating up the ovens and stuff, she kind of turns. Pick, do you try to hide it all, or do you just kind of let her see that you've been chilling here?
Oh, I just look her dead in the eye. No blinks. No sense of shame or even appearance thereof.
Oh, Pick,
Making noise like you walked in carrying a garbage bag.
how long have you been standing there?
Long enough?
Um, did you sleep well?
Maybe.
Are the nights after you?
No.
Okay, well that's fine then.
Do I need to roll a
Yeah, but
deception check? I don't think they are.
you I don't think they
I
are
don't
as
think
of
they're
right
after
now.
me.
Yeah, I don't think they
Yeah,
are.
I don't think they're after me.
We
No.
just we just completed a mission for them. I think they
Yeah,
should be
yeah.
fine.
You're in pretty good rep right now as far as you've kind of cleared your name and so forth.
She's probably
And
wondering more about Takeem.
yeah. Are you here with your friend Takeen? I haven't seen him of late.
I am not. He might not be. He might. Be, I'll say he might be indisposed.
Ah. Well, if you want bread, you're gonna have to pay for it.
Well, that's fine.
So Pick, do you breakfast there or do you head back to the stained glass?
So here's the thing. I have been staying here quite some time, and I
Yes.
recently acquired 9 extra gold pieces. So I'm going to stick around, and when it is convenient, I will sneak away some bread. But I'm also I want to keep an eye on my surroundings and find a good opportunity to sneak a gold piece somewhere into the area of the bar. She will find it soon, and I'm
All
I'm
right.
gonna slunk off. So I'm gonna reduce a gold piece from my.
Roll me a sleight of hand check, and if you're trying to sneak away, that would also be an additional stealth check.
All right.
Sleight of hand, easy as pie.
Yeah.
You swipe yourself some freshly baked, like perfectly crusty, like still practically steaming bread that has that like gorgeous freshly baked loaf smell, and then you sneak a gold piece under the cup that Lola is always polishing when she's standing at the bar and never uses, and it's never seems to get cleaner. But you know she'll find it there. And then you sneak back out onto the streets of Adelaide Skifta. Do you make your way back to the stained glass?
Yeah, I will. I feel
All
that,
right.
that gold piece is probably more than due, because I've probably been a pain in her butt for a while.
Yeah, you have come to the Nobody Inn on many occasions. This is kind of the place where like people stay because they know no one will ask questions. Uh, and sometimes they pay. Uh, we're gonna pan over now to Ordeith Matura. You have your
Happiness Hotel of this universe.
yeah, exactly.
Sneak out while no one's.
You'll never beat the price. Okay, anyway, sorry. What's an attention span? Anyway, Ordeith Matura, you purchased your own room. Uh, you wake up feeling very refreshed in your ornate four-poster bed. Do you do anything to prepare for the day, or anything out and about in the city before you kind of head into the sort of more common area of the stained glass?
There's a sitting area outside the stained glass, right? Like
Yes.
out in the sunshine. So
Yeah, there's like a porch.
first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go sit out there with a cup of tea in the morning and just enjoy the warmth. I'm assuming it's warm. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's a nice, clear, kind of warm morning. It's one of those chill mornings where it's warm in the sunlight precisely because the air's still a little chill.
Right. So I'm gonna go sit outside with a nice cup of tea, and can I just listen to like traffic and conversations and stuff like that, and see if anything like of note catches my ear?
Absolutely. Please roll me a perception check. All right, with a
Hey,
12.
it's higher than an 8. I'm happy.
Yeah, okay, with a 12.
Okay.
You hear a couple of passing sort of just ordinary people, just just ordinary worker laborer type folks. Everyone's dressed very artisanally in this city, but these are not people of great import. But you hear a little gossip. You hear them going, yeah, apparently it was just all smashed up this morning. I can't believe it. I mean, they can't even find Jim. No one knows where he's gone. It's crazy.
Oh no.
And you gather the fine establishment of gyms that you left a druidic hit on last session uh, has fallen on some misfortune, and Jim is now missing.
Great going, Ordeith. Look what you've done. Poor Jim.
All right, I'm just gonna like file that away in the back of my little turtle brain.
Absolutely.
Um, and then can I look again for maybe a little bit better quality shop around the city?
Yes. That's
Or can
gonna
I ask
be.
somebody? Can I ask somebody that's passing by so it's
You
not
could
just a
ask a
shop?
passerby. You could also ask the proprietor of the stained glass.
Let me ask the proprietor of the stained glass.
All right, you head back inside of the stained glass. It's got all these beautiful stained glass windows with kind of the cold light of dawn streaming through and all these deep, vivid colors. You walk past Temmerlinck, who is also just waking up. So Temmerlinck, you're seeing all of this because obviously you don't actually go unconscious. Uh,
Yeah.
and you walk up to the counter, and the innkeeper, Prosen Thorndike, is this aged gnome. He's barely big enough to lift a tankard. He's got this really, uh, embroidered, beautiful apron on. Uh, he's dressed in the colors that are coordinated with the colors of the building. He's got these big bug-eyed spectacles, and he's got streaks of rainbow dyed in his beard. He looks up and goes, "Oh yes, Ordeith, wasn't it? How can I be of service?"
Good morning, good innkeeper. Do you know if there's a general shop somewhere in the city?
General shop. What are you interested in buying?
I'm looking for a chemistry set.
Chemistry set. I would recommend. Uh, I would recommend Lawrence's Illumination. Rather peculiar name, but it's he does a lot of very specific goods, sort of eclectic chemistry sets, illuminated manuscripts, magic scrolls, a little bit of everything obscure. Lawrence's illuminations. I can give you directions.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, so he gives you directions to a nearby general store. Temmerlinck, we're gonna get Magical Junk Shop TM. Temmerlinck, we're gonna get to you in a second, but do you join in on this at all? Do you see all this playing out? Do you say anything? Do you what's your reaction?
I'm going to. I'm just waking up at this point because reasons which we will come to. And so there is Ordeith will probably notice on my eye the glyph of a flower bud just opening, which is his wake up kind of noise,
It says boot
so
up
to speak.
logo.
It's his boot up logo. And then he will turn to Ordeith and would you like some accompaniment, or would you prefer to do this on your own?
Some company would be wonderful. Would you like to go for a walk?
All right, we will come with you. So he moves from his standing position, and a very squat palm tree like shrub that you don't remember being there last night, but which is definitely there now, sprouts 4 squat legs and turns to Ordeith with the suggestion of a face in the knots and scars of its bark.
Well, hello, little fellow. Where did you come from?
Pleasant greeting to you, new companion. My name is Gleef. Temmerlinck summoned me into the Sword Room. I will be traveling with him now.
One more time, can you say the name?
Gleef. Gleef is
Gleef.
Oh, cool. Is this like
Like-
it's like a
it's like
familiar?
yeah, it's like
It's a
leaf with a
familiar.
G.
That is really cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, so do you have any further reaction to this, Ordeith, or do you just kind of head out?
Well, Temmerlinck and Gleef, I'm ready if you are.
So you three now head out, sort of out across the like open, sunny, kind of dazzling light of the new dawn on the porch of the stained glass, out into the bustling, colorful city streets of this golden red towering city. And following the directions that Prozan, the innkeeper, gave you, you come to a shop that's quite peculiar in that it's sort of crammed in between two buildings. It's only a little wider than an alley. And yet, as you walk toward it, you get this impression, almost like a fisheye effect, like it's getting larger and wider, and there are more windows in it than seem reasonably possible. These kind of big, golden framed, swirling silver bay windows, several stories of this kind of cramped, overly detailed, somewhat aged looking, rather muted colors, really, a lot of muted blues and grays of this building. And over the door are the words Lawrence's Illuminations and Obscura.
Awesome. Let's go inside.
You step inside, and it's a crowded interior that smells very intensely of a lot of very different aromas, intense frankincense, this kind of pungent candle smoke and cinder, and that kind of iron scent of blood, and a lot of just peculiar, weird mixed smells, petrichor, just all mingled together. All these crowded shelves, things of dubious nature, uh, kind of crimped together in the shadows, no labels, no price tags, no clear organization. This is one of those shops that looks like a hoarder built a shop as an excuse to hoard things. And at the back is a sort of older teenage satyr, uh, young woman technically, but very young, behind the desk with these kind of little bitty spectacles and kind of somewhat disheveled hair and a slightly somewhere between goth and I haven't had enough coffee today. Uh, and she looks up at you and goes, "Hello, welcome to Lawrence's Illuminations in Obscura. My name is Vivian Iridian, his apprentice. How can I help you?"
Greetings, Vivian. Do you
Whoa,
know
what is that? She points at Temmerlinck.
Um,
Oh, you talk. I'm
I
sorry. That
am
was rude.
sorry. I'm I am my own person.
Wow, that's wild. Did you put like his soul in there, or is it one of those things where he was like a familiar, like he's engineered or something? It's none of my business. I'm sorry.
But it is natural to be curious. A I am not the normal sort of being which one encounters.
Yeah, it's a
I
shame. Oh,
was this
oh, go ahead.
this body was created before the war, but
Whoa.
my soul entered somewhat more recently.
Huh. She kind of whips out like a magnifying glass, but then like multiple lenses telescope off of it. Uh, in this kind of like row of suspended little almost like monocles, and she kind of like squints at you for a second, like kind of examining the intricacies of some of like your shoulders and your facial kind of eye and so forth, and then she like realizes that she's being kind of rude and puts it down. It's a shame the old man isn't home because he would go nuts to see somebody like you. How can I help you guys?
we come today looking for a chemistry set, but I
Oh, we
must
got
say your collection is quite expensive. Who
yeah,
is the owner of this shop?
um, it's Lawrence Illuminat is his name. That's why it's called Lawrence's Illuminations. It doesn't make sense. He thinks it does. He's a mage and a scholar of some repute, but he doesn't live in Astrolabe. There's not as many like big nerd mages out here in Adelaide Skifta, so he just kind of sits in his corner, doing his thing. He's off on one of his expeditions right now, but I'm holding down the fort because it pays better than working at a bakery.
Hmm, 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 hmm. I bet it does.
Yeah, he's
Now, about
stupid
that
rich.
chemistry set.
Yeah, we got loads of those. Hang on. She starts digging through like this pile of just like random expensive like magic greeble junk. I'm going to look up and see how much this would cost.
The currency is all 10 to 1, right? So 10 copper is a silver, 10
Yes,
silver. Okay.
that's correct. Uh, okay. I can get you one, but it's gonna run you something. Let me see here. What can I get you? Oh man. Okay.
I'm just imagining her like squinting at like the cash register, like.
Yeah. She pulls out like she's got like a magic scroll that keeps scrolling and scrolling and scrolling as she's opening it and just like getting longer and longer. Yeah, okay. So it's gonna be like 25 gold pieces. Is that okay?
Oh, unfortunately, I can't quite afford that. But I will remember
Mm.
the shop, and I thank you for your time.
Hang on, 1 second, 1 second. I always make the sale. She starts digging some more. She pulls out like one that looks a bit more tarnished but serviceable. The old man doesn't like to sell stuff that isn't properly refurbished, but I can give you this one at a discount. Uh, can you do 15?
I can do 12, but that's all I have.
Can your robot friend chip
Oh,
in?
I can chip in. I do not have some of the expenditures that my more organic companions do. I I I will be prepared to chip in 5 gold pieces if you will cover the rest.
Oh, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. I'm gonna make like great thanks in Druidic sign language.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, go ahead, Blue.
both both Gleef and I understand you.
All right, so Ordeith, you deduct 10 gold pieces. Temmerlinck, you deduct 5. Ordeith, you can add a chemistry set to your inventory.
You know, it still won't let me add anything to my inventory.
Oh, that's weird. Hang on.
Is he not the owner? Maybe.
Burp, derp, derp, burp, burp. Now he should be
Like
able to.
the plus button is there, but it doesn't do anything.
Weird. Chemistry set. Uh, okay. All right, so you got yourself your nice new chemistry set. Uh, and I will plug that in as an actual tool later, unless it comes up and then we'll figure it out.
Um, I'm thank you for your time. And instead of walking out of the store, I actually want to like browse around a little and see if I can find like any books or scrolls that have to do with nature or druidic magic.
Sure. Roll me a perception, investigation check, really quick, actually.
Store is so poorly organized. You gotta like.
What?
Oh, Temmerlinck.
Oh, Temmerlinck.
Nat 20. All right, Temmerlinck, I want to ask you, what are you looking for?
I'm just helping Ordeith look.
Hmm.
All right, so nature and druidic. You find a book called uh it's called The Herblore of Orland, and it is a very detailed catalog, illustrated catalog of a variety of different plant species that used to exist across Rimlight and where they existed. Um,
Ooh,
which
I
would
am
prove
interested.
tremendously useful, actually, to Temmerlinck's work.
Yes, I am interested in this. I I approached the proprietor with the book and ask, how much is this?
Oh yeah, that's a good read. I think it's supposed to be 1 gold piece.
Done.
Uh, I
I
don't.
would like.
Can you do 1 gold?
I will happily part with 1 gold piece for this wonderful book.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. The old man is terrible at selling books. He has way too many, and we gotta get rid of these. So, there you go. It's all yours. I will add the Herblore of Orland to your inventory. Uh, is there anything else you guys want to do before you head back to the stained glass?
I don't think so. I'll turn to Temmerlinck. Oh, I'm so glad we could find something that would be of use to you. If you are quite finished, I'm ready to head back and join the others, unless you have other business to attend.
I have no other business. I am happy with my purchase and happy I could assist you with yours.
Wonderful. So then I'm just gonna like take a nice kind of slow walk, leaning on my cane, looking at the sights, being a slow turtle.
All right. You're going to casually, both of you are going to casually head back toward the stained glass. And as you guys all begin to congregate, there's a moment where it's just Mariel and Kai. And how are you guys doing? Do you guys head down for
Um,
breakfast? What's the
I've
vibe?
I've got my cranston and capelet on now. Like I'm all ready to go. I'm doing a headstand on the bed, and I'm just kind of musing out loud. Kai, do you know anything about like dream interpretation or anything? I had this really weird one.
Weird one? How so?
So like I was back home in the back in the nebula I came from, right? As one does, So I was sitting there, and you know, I uh, I was kind of like kind of just I don't know. It was really kind of vague and stuff, like in dreams can be sometimes. But it's part that I remember most clearly was my old like mentor. He's this archangel of Riona, named James, and he was holding the scroll, and he asked me where the other half was, or where the other end of it was, or something like that. And then I woke up.
Now, I'm no expert, but I feel like that means there's another half of a scroll somewhere you need.
See, I kind of like the literal interpretation. I wonder what that means if I were to take that into a metaphorical interpretation. What are scrolls for? They have information, they have writing. What's the other word? I would like to hold on. Can I roll to be smarter about this?
Sure. You could
I'm
roll.
interpreting a dream.
That's a really interesting. Uh, that's a really.
Check.
Yeah, hang on. Let me
You're
think about
welcome. I'm here
dream
to do the
interpretation
annoying thing.
here. Uh, I'm gonna
The
say,
Arcana and
Is there a
Religion.
psychology skill to roll?
yeah, there's no psychology. I think you're right, Blue, that probably the closest is gonna be Arcana, or you could roll a straight wisdom check. It's up to you.
Okay,
I would
well,
Or
take
insight, maybe.
wisdom.
Insight, maybe.
Oh,
insight, I have the best. Wisdom, I have a -2, and Ekron, I have a -2.
honestly, do insight. I think Blue's right. I think
Okay,
insight actually
let,
makes
let's
sense.
give it a shot.
This is introspection.
Okay,
You rolled a 17. All right.
occasionally Mariel gets okay rolls.
You kind of stop and think for a moment, and you
Hmm.
and you think, well, okay, these images and these elements are obviously, my mind combining memories, but there seems to be a deeper thread here. You don't usually have dreams this vivid. You don't usually dream about Shamanos or scrolls or any of this. You do remember that angels are made
Oh
using
yeah,
songs and poetry,
that's right.
and that feels like that might be important.
Other half. I wonder, maybe I have like a okay. So Kai, I was thinking we're made with uh poetry, right? So we each get a heart from uh sometimes they each get a heart from their own from their parents, and in case of guardians, are just straight up made by our deity, if I remember correctly, deity. And uh I was telling you about earlier where I think I get a mix of sometimes. I'm dyslexic, but I think I said the other way around. But it's uh boys have bigger right hearts, girls have bigger left hearts. Just ordinary stuff everyone knows, right? um
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, I remember that um I remember that there was a is my thing working still?
Yeah,
Okay, I stopped turning my echo, so I was wondering if maybe I was making
I was
sure.
trying to block the echo with the
I
pillow.
appreciate I appreciate it. I was making sure that my I didn't cut out. I mean, but I remember basically we're made of stanzas of different poetry. Like if it would be parents, each would be giving one for the heart, and then the deity finishing it with the core. But our deity makes all three. But I'm like, okay, so it talks about like what will be, who will be. I don't know what mine is, but maybe I'm like a twin or something. Like there's like a there's like another there's like a I don't know what would be like the yin and yang of a Mariel. What would it be? Maybe that's the other half, or maybe it's like my other half of my destiny. Maybe I'm overthinking it. What do you think, Kai? You have a good head on your shoulders.
Either a twin or you need something else to be complete.
Oh, I like that.
I'm no expert in dreams. I don't have many that are not existentially horrifying. So
Oh, we can talk about
I
your dreams too. I could you help me out.
we we don't need to do that.
Okay,
I'm just
I'm here
warning
to
you.
talk.
I may
I'm
not
here to talk if you want.
appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Okay, I'm gonna stop being upside
Okay.
down now, and I'm gonna head downstairs.
All right, so around this time, all of you arrive back in the common room of the stained glass. And as you, Ordeith and Temmerlinck, you come in the front door, and bump into Pick. And then at the same time, coming down the stairs are Kai and Mariel.
I trip partway through, but then I catch myself with the wings.
You are definitely drawing some stares from like the morning breakfast crowd.
No pun intended.
Um,
Stairs.
oh gosh, no, what? Don't. Uh,
Sorry, that was bad.
don't. That didn't deserve a badumtis. Okay.
Okay.
And as you're all kind of congregating, you see Candy Pyre, the fashionable tiefling who originally sort of contracted you guys to head out toward Astrolabe,
Oh yeah, that.
has now appeared in the common room. Uh, oh, everyone's here. Wonderful. How did you all sleep?
I had
Just
this.
fine.
Quite well, thank you.
Mariel's gonna start oversharing. So I had this dream where I was
Uh-huh.
back with the Nebula and
Uh-huh.
but my old mentor's Dark Angel Chaminos. He was
What were you
there,
going to
right?
say,
And
Kai?
he,
Yes, yes, child. What were you going to say, Kai?
I slept just fine, thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Kai, roll me deception.
Oh. Oh.
She gives you a look like she totally knows that you're lying. Oh, Pick, good to see you. I didn't quite see where you slunk off to. How are you faring?
I'm faring fine. Slink off
Wonderful.
a little bit. I didn't need to stay here, so I stayed somewhere else.
Of course, of course. And of course, an individual's business is their own. And on that note, I have business in the city of Adelaide Skifter. That's why I came here in that imperiled caravan. Thank you again for saving our lives. But because obviously we entered into agreement, thankfully I have a contact who can help you across the Armstead Bridge and on your way to lead you to Astrolabe. So I'm not quite just casting you adrift. She should be here momentarily, and then I will be bidding my adieus. But it definitely has been a pleasure to meet you all, and I hope we have a long and prosperous professional relationship.
Can I roll insight and just like get her general
I was just me too.
Yeah.
I think we did this already, but I want to do it again. Oh, Mariel.
Mariel, this is a lady. She likes dressing well. Kai, you got a 23 insight. With that, yeah, you can tell for sure that she doesn't have any malice toward you guys. She has a genuine gratitude and a genuine desire for a prosperous business relationship, quote unquote. But you can also tell that that business is not necessarily beneficial to Adelaide Skifta, or at least not necessarily uh, associated with its formal authority. You get kind of the vibe that this is, she's from Astrolabe, and you get the vibe that this is somebody who is here out of interest, but not necessarily because she's here to see the sights or just do some kind of mercantile work.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
And as you're all kind of standing around here,
I'm.
oh, go ahead.
Well,
So,
before we leave the city, I wanted to make sure that we get to like Mariel's gonna be like, that we're not supposed to talk about at the temple thing.
You're cutting out pretty hard. I can't hear you at all.
Oh, how about now?
Maybe disconnect and reconnect. Blue, were you saying something?
No, I was trying not to cough on mic.
Oh, okay.
How's this? Am I talking? And did it work now?
That sounds good.
Yes, that
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
Awesome. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, Meryl's gonna go. Okay, so you know that before we leave the city, isn't there that thing we're kind of supposed to like not exactly talk about a lot, but at the temple with the moon place, I have the brochure still.
Are you talking about the pancake breakfast?
No, but I would like to do that, but I guess there's not gonna be. It says we're gonna be out of town at that point, I think. But I was thinking about. Remember, we're supposed to get the guy healed, the merman.
Yeah, they said they had like a high priestess coming to
Yeah.
help
Should
because
should we check in? Maybe, or I could go in and check everything. I'm pretty quick fast flyer. Maybe I could check it just to make sure that 'cause I think that was supposed to happen today to get rid of his having to say opposite all the time.
I would
I'm
actually
checking.
like to see the fellow and be sure that he's all right. If anybody is up for making a trip there before we leave town.
I'm up for it.
And
All right. Well, if you're going to take a slight detour, I'll ensure that my contact waits here for your return. I trust you won't keep her waiting. Her name is Peony Nimble. So you will
Peony?
Peony. It's a kind of flower.
Oh, okay, okay. You know that's
It's
pretty.
I'm not saying it's a good name, but she is a a uh, a good colleague of mine. Something of a character. You won't mistake her for anyone else. In the meantime, can I treat you all to breakfast before you go ahead on your way?
Yes. Yes, please.
So she pays for breakfast to everyone except, Temmerlinck, who doesn't eat. But she does kind of forget this. So Temmerlinck, you are handed like this nice, like very fine china plate with eggs and what could be called bacon from some form of animal. Uh, it's rather unusually.
Oh,
Uh,
is it I can't even remember the creatures I spent so much time with.
the Angamains?
Maybe it's an Angame. Can I roll animal handling to figure out if I recognize it?
It's a dead. It's not an animal. You can roll
Food? I'll roll
Investigation.
food. Investigation?
investigation or nature.
Hold on.
Identifying bacon. Okay.
It's meat.
It's meat.
Oh,
Uh,
Kai.
Kai, you can totally tell this is Angamain bacon. Uh, so you guys have a nice breakfast. And
All
then,
right.
Timberlake, what do you do with your plate that you're handed?
Okay, I don't need to eat, but I guess I've got some kind of intake because I mean potions have to work on me.
This is true.
So maybe I can eat. I just don't need to,
Like a furnace.
or something like that,
Yeah, totally.
or a,
So
or a,
Use it
com-
to
or a
grow
compost
bacteria.
pile,
Yeah, you can use it to grow like
internal
bacteria.
compost pile.
yeah, you have like an
Yes,
internal compost chamber that you can kind of wolf down this food into. You can't say if it's good or not, but it does add to the compost pile.
yes. I
Oh,
will.
wrong button.
Yeah. Oops.
So I was just checking. I was trying to remember. I'm like, I feel like I
Okay,
had a thing
so
where I could eat whatever. Okay.
I will do that.
All right, all right. So you guys enjoy your breakfast, and you head out back toward the Temple of the Wounded Moon. I believe it was called the Temple of Serenity, if I recall correctly. I'm gonna pull up my notes for it. Yeah, Temple to the Serenity of the Wounded Moon. This big, impressive white and red marble building with all of the steps and the accessibility ramps and the big, almost minaret style crimson tower at the top. That's like a spike, and the whole dome, reflective silver dome of its sort of vast edifice. is from viewed from if you looked at down on it from the sky, you'd see it was like a giant moon dial. Uh, so you guys head up the steps.
Before we
I
go, before
oh
we
yeah, go
go
ahead.
in,
Yeah.
Mhm.
before we go in, I would like to know how Mariel is reacting to Gleef's appearance and
Oh
apparently
yeah, I haven't.
acquiring another charge.
I haven't. That's right. Okay, hold on. I'd like to. Do I feel a connection with? Is it extended? I'm curious.
You can tell that this is sort of Gleef has an extended, sort of like an extension of Temmerlinck almost, where it's like you can tell that this is part of your
So would I be able to? Would I be able to detect gleef from gleef from far away too?
yes, and you would think it was Temmerlinck probably, but
Oh,
yes.
that's really interesting. I'm gonna bend over because I wasn't really paying enough attention, and he was kind of behind Timberlake, although he was kind of big. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Who is this? Who's this guy? This is like
Hallo, jonge sterkte.
what the heck?
Binnen had hem Gleef.
Oh,
Timmerling binnen als de dunia geht Chakartiken.
wait a minute, is that Kazakh?
That is Kazakh.
Okay,
It's
hold on.
representing. It is representing Druidic.
Because
That
you
is
don't speak Druidic.
really cool. Okay, I don't speak Druidic. Hold on. What language? Wait, I know. What languages do I know? I know
I would have
Common,
understood what he said though.
Celestial, and Infernal. Oh yeah. What?
Ordeith, you understood.
Oh yeah.
Pleasant greeting, new companion. My name is Gleef. Temmerlinck summoned me.
Do I? I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll insight to see. I'm gonna see, or it would be insight or perception. Could I tell that Ordeith can understand this? Like, is there some tell on
That'd
his
be
face?
insight. That'd be insight.
Insight.
So
Okay.
before you do that, I'm actually
Okay.
going to turn to Mario. Mario, this is Gleef, companion
Oh,
to Temmerlinck.
he is extremely cute.
Uh,
What did
with your 11 insight, you can tell that yeah, Gleef is capable of speech and understanding speech. This is so he's a little guy.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, except that's great. But I was trying to see if Ordeith understood the language.
Oh, you're trying to insight Ordeith.
Yeah.
Unless
Well,
Ordeith,
I just
yeah,
turned to you and explained what he said,
Oh,
so I
okay.
was making that pretty clear.
Okay.
yeah, you could tell Ordeith's not trying to conceal it.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
gosh, that's so cool. Okay, so now we should what's he have on him? What stuff he's probably I have let's see. Does he have like a weapon or anything?
How big is this little guy?
He is about. His trunk is about 18 inches tall, and then he has a spray of like 2.5 foot. They look like palm fronds. They're not quite because he's a cycad, but they look a bit like squat palms.
He's a
And then
what?
he has cycad.
I assume it's a kind of plant.
It
It
looks
is
like
a
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
cool.
It's like it has sort of like reaches up from like kind of like one like core. So it looks think like sort of like a broom like upside down.
Right,
Oh,
right.
totally. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Cool.
And
I
It's
can't
almost like
seem to get
kind of
back to the.
kind of fern like.
Yeah, a bit fern-like. They're actually distant relations of pine trees and things like
Oh,
that.
that's really cool.
Pick, I believe that Gleef is big enough for you to hide behind as well.
Ah,
Awesome.
that's always handy.
He's
I'm.
he is
Opportunities.
he
Let's
is
just say that I
small.
am going to sidle right on into the shadows.
Okay, do you want to roll stealth, Pick?
Do I need to?
Uh, it will help if there are if there are like any passerby.
Sure.
Yeah, you disappear pretty easily.
All right. I have. Okay. What is
Kai, it's happening again. Kai, you turn and you clock Pick and make eye contact for where he is in the shadows.
No. He
Oh
didn't.
no,
No.
that's
He
my
didn't roll high
blindness.
enough.
Excuse me. Sorry, I saw that as
I
a different
lost.
number. You lost. You can't find him. You turn, and for once, you can't find where Pick went.
See, I'm gonna take out one of my rations and I'm gonna offer it to Gleef because I don't know what this guy eats. I'm guessing he just photosynthesizes, but I'm curious. I'm just sitting there with like leaning down with my hand flat like I'm feeding a horse.
Fantasy Lunchables.
He doesn't really eat.
Oh. Does he?
Summon light.
So I'm gonna turn to Gleef.
Oh yeah.
He
Bend over.
photosynthesizes.
Oh yeah. Hold on, wait. Hold on. I have a cantrip. Hold on. There we go.
All right, Mariel, what are you casting light on?
Oh yeah, wait. It's supposed to have to glow. I'll do it on. Hold on. Wait. I'll give him a nice photo. I'm gonna pass it on the blanket I have on my person, and I'm gonna wrap the blanket on him like a glowy like cape thing.
Okay, Ordeith, what were you gonna do?
I'm gonna bend over to him and in Druidic say, "Wonderful to have you, small friend." And then in Common, I'm gonna say, "Do you speak Common or Druidic?" Because I don't know what he speaks. You said he's capable of speech, right?
Yeah,
He's
you heard him
capable of
speaking
speech.
Druidic.
Yeah, he's been speaking. Yeah,
Right.
or
Okay.
Kazakh.
He Levi, if he
Yeah.
speaks Druidic and that's his language, is he able to understand Common?
That's a really good question.
The answer
Let me-
typically is yes.
It'd be like a Chewbacca scenario.
I think it's like a Chewbacca scenario, and I feel like that is probably more interesting anyway. So let's rule it that way.
Okay, yes, let's go with that. Yes. So he kind of snuggles into the light blanket and says, "I can understand Common, but I speak the Druidic language of my summoner."
Table talk, right quick. This was a find familiar situation, right?
Correct.
This is
Okay.
a fine familiar, yes.
So with Gleef decked out in his glowing mantle, do you guys help him up the steps, or do you just take the ramp, or do you ring the bell for assistance?
Oh, I forgot that that's there. I'm gonna fly up to the bell and I'm gonna ring it.
All right, it's actually quite low. It's at the base of the steps, and once
Oh.
again, one of those candles with the peculiar red flame comes down, floating on its own down the steps, kind of drawing this line of red light in the air, and an invisible presence, sort of mentally, oh no, yeah, no, that's right. It takes the
Mage hand,
candle.
right?
Yeah, well, it takes the candle and it writes. It's actually unseen servant, and it
Oh,
writes
okay.
in the air with this kind of red light. How may I be of service?
We're here to check in on our friend. Hold on, wait.
Lollavander.
Lollavander. Oh no, wait. I got our friend Raffi Temmerlinck. Sorry.
Ollivander.
Sorry, I had a history crit fail.
The candle kind of, if it's possible to describe a candle as turns to Temmerlinck and Gleef and just spells out, do you need me to carry you?
No, we can use the ramp.
All right, so you guys take the ramp back up into the temple, to the Serenity of the Moon. Oh, I'm knocking things over. Please ignore that.
Crunch.
Breaking stuff. Okay, so
I assume at this
As you-
point, because of the light and because of us moving the way we are, I have popped back into existence, and Kai has no idea how.
yeah, if you want to, yes, it's
I'm
up
gonna-
to you.
I'm gonna sidle over because I know how much he likes to hide again. Sidles over the pit, and I'm gonna see if I can sort of hide hide him in my I guess I just have I have a cloak thing. I'll have see if I can hide him under my cloak.
Hide who?
Okay.
Heck, because he's always like,
me?
I'm gonna offer it. Yeah, I'm gonna offer it because he
Well,
clearly.
I do have to be willing.
Right. Okay, so I'm walking towards.
Okay.
Just to reiterate, I do have like a dress on. It's not just I don't have just the cloak. That's like it's an outer thing.
Okay.
I just like say they're holding up. Like,
Okay, so Pick at this moment is like a little suspicious. I'm rolling. I would like to roll an insight check to see if there's any nefarious goal here.
For sure.
what do
Make
I
your
roll to that?
go ahead and set your rolls to DM and roll either persuasion or deception.
Okay, I'm going to do an insight.
What's the roll to DM button again?
It
Oh, to
should be at
GM.
the
I see
top.
it. Okay.
Yeah, it should be at the
I'll
top
roll
of the thing.
publicly because I'm.
Yeah.
I rolled publicly. Wow, I rolled publicly badly.
All right. You look up into this youthful, innocent, naive face, Pick, and you see nothing but the sweetest, most like simple, innocent, young little girl looking back at you like, I'm gonna help. There's nothing like this is as far from nefarious as possible. Like you looked into this heart expecting some shade of darkness, and there's nothing but cookies.
That does not necessarily make Pick any more trusting, but just for the sake of argument, Pick secures his pockets and just double checks everything is in order, and then sees, just for the sake of experiment, if it is possible to stealth in this location, into that little.
Yeah, go ahead, roll stealth with advantage because you're being essentially given the help action, which means you can roll twice. And Kai immediately starts looking for you. Kai, Pick is gone again. And somehow no one's noticing that you're like in the train of Mariel's cape. Yeah, you
I can't see him either.
yeah, you successfully disappeared. For no particular reason, but you're gone.
I'm gone
All
again.
right.
I'm just
Into
with
the
the party,
temple.
but not.
So you guys, with some confusion, looking around for Pick, being like, "Well, he just popped up. He'll just pop up again, right?" Head into the temple. You're in the sort of, gosh, what is it called? The narthex of the foyer, whatever you call it. Sort of entry room. It's got all of these, excuse me, uh, carven marble walls with little statues like etched into it and dioramas and stuff, and there's all these uh moonblood prayer bells hanging on ropes from the walls. What's that? You candles and so forth. There are even some like metal sheets of moonblood set in front of the candles into the floor. And there's the big silver donation box in the middle with the flyers. And as you walk in, you see the deacon you met before, Windbrim Morthbright, who just prefers to go by Winnie. He is a halfling, but with a peculiar sort of tall, like heightened litheness to him. He has these luminous brown gold flecked irises. He's got iridescent green curls and a faint, like iridescent fuzz on his chin, and he's got these enormous, like grandma chandelier earrings made out of moonblood like hang all the way to his shoulders. He's got studs and he's got like a bottom lip piercing of moonblood. And he's got his amulet with the crescent, and he's wearing the white and red robes of the lunar clergy with the red on the inside and this high collar that blooms out like a flower um, around his neck. And he comes forward and, oh my gosh, you guys, it's so good to see you again. Pick.
I'm visible. Wait.
No,
Hang on, let me roll for him. Let's see.
there's no way. There's no way.
Uh, he does not see you. Where's Pick?
All right. So what I'm going to attempt to do is not necessarily very easy.
Okay.
I'm going to watch carefully, and when they're looking the other direction, I'm going to attempt to sneak out from underneath the cloak and sneak right behind them while they're looking the other way.
All right, roll stealth. 23, you disappear. Mariel doesn't even notice you disappear. And Kai, you somehow still can't see Pick creep around in this narthex space. And he slips behind even Temmerlinck, you don't clock him. And you slip behind Uh,
Do I even notice he's gone? I'm not actually looking at my
no,
clothes.
you don't. You have no clue that he's gone, and you slip easily pick behind Deacon Winnie as he just kind of stands there looking around, being all excited to see his acquaintances
Casto.
again.
At that point, now that I've had enough of a pause, I will very quietly say, "It's always good to see you."
Oh, oh, Pick, you shouldn't do that to me. My heart. Oh my gosh.
Mariel's like looking under the cloak like we had.
Oh, wow. Woo.
I told him to
Sorry.
quit smoking. No. All right.
That you gave me quite a shock there. Oh my gosh. That was something else, Pick. What are you guys all doing here?
I'd like to do a. I'd like to do I'd like to do a perception to see if or insight. What do I is what message? Right. See if he's actually sick or if that's your acting. I want to make sure.
Go ahead, roll insight.
All right. Hold on.
With that insight, you can tell he's not like seriously sick. It's just he was so surprised it threw him into like a maybe slightly asthmatic wheeze.
Okay.
It was more surprise than illness. He doesn't seem seriously ill in any way.
We're here to check on Lollygagger.
Oh, Lullavander. I love the nickname. That is so cute.
Yeah, Lavender.
Uh-huh. Uh, he's
Murguy.
he's doing pretty well.
Is he able to speak in positive sentences? Lollipop.
Well, his face suddenly turns a lot more serious. Minister Clipsy, like, didn't come back last night.
Uh-oh.
There's a missing persons report that's been filed, and like the Knights are looking for her, but she's in a pretty bad part of town. So,
Oh, we gotta go looking.
Of this town?
uh, well, another length of Adlai Skifta, a different giant worm.
Tell me more.
Length Luminat. It's a pretty troubled part of town, and she was out doing some healing and medicinal ministry, and
We'll be back. I immediately start walking in that direction.
Okay.
okay, Pick,
Oh,
you
We'll
head up.
we'll talk later. I need a dream interpreted, and so I'll just start flying back.
Okay. Oh, okay.
What do
You
I need to
guys
wait?
follow-
I can wait.
Oh, okay. I have a question about this dream.
You want to talk privately, or you want to talk
Nah,
here?
fine. Open's fine. I don't really care.
Okay, I love it.
So so I had this dream where I was back in the celestial nebula, the Arclea nebula, right? Where I grew up
Uh-huh.
some, and so I was talking. I remember I didn't remember much of the dream, but I remember that my old mentor Rayona's Archangel Chaminos was there, and he had a scroll, and he said I needed to find the other half, and then I woke up.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's interesting, and because it seemed kind of out of the ordinary, and not just like I ate something, but it could be that. But I'm open to ideas.
Sorry, I'm dropping things again. Do you know if he ever wanted to have like angelic offspring himself?
What do I roll? History.
You could roll history, yeah.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Chamanos never expressed any interest despite being implied to be quite ancient. Like as far as you know, he's a pretty ancient angel. He never expressed any interest. He never talked about it. He was always really paternal, but he never seemed interested in
Yeah, I don't think he was ever looking. He ever looked for he never wanted to try to you know uh create more angels or find kind of the other half of his soul. That was never. He's been around for a long time, but yeah, he never at least never expressed any interest in that. As far as I know, he was very definitely like kind of paternal guy to especially to the younger
hmm.
angels, that kind of thing.
Well, I think this dream is about you, Mariel, and I think, I'm sure angels are sung into being. And if there's half a scroll missing, there is, I think, some kind of story here. I think maybe what you can take from this dream, Mariel, is that there's more to your story than you think has already been written.
Ooh, okay, that sounds really cool. Is my microphone working, by the way?
Oh yeah, you're right. Microphone's working. But I understand you're religious, so I'd encourage you to pray about it and think about what this means to you, because dreams really come from inside us. It's how, uh, the divine speaks to us sometimes. Other times it's onions. It's important to know the difference. Can I help any of you others? He kind of turns to Kai, Ordeith, and Temmerlinck.
I would like to check on our companion we brought here who was infected.
Oh yeah, I can lead you to where he's staying. He's staying in some of the rooms under the temple where the knights won't find him. You can visit him real quick
You
if you
would
want.
please. I
Uh,
would
does,
like
does anyone else go with Ordeith?
I'm gonna follow Ordeith.
Temmerlinck,
So will
be
I.
quick. I'm not patient.
I'm gonna stay with Pick.
All right, Kai. What about you?
I'll go with.
Okay. The three of you follow Deacon Winnie out into the main sanctuary, which is this big circular room. There's some like pews and seats around the edges, but mostly the room is open space with these sort of ovular moonblood metal plates set into the floor like seats, but they're just flat. It's just like floor. Moonblood prayer bells on ropes all around the walls and so forth. And there's a big sort of altar in the center with everything sort of built around it in a circle. And you follow Winnie across the sanctuary and into a little door at the far end, down sort of a flight of steps. You've passed this upsettingly muscular dragonborn with black scales, who's in technically the clerical dress, but like only part of it. Like he's also partially just like in lay clothes, just kind of sitting there, kind of like gives you the stink eye a little bit. And when he's like, no, it's okay, they're fine, they're fine. They're here to visit the guy. Um, that's Brutus. He's the guard. He's so nice.
Hi,
Uh,
Brutus. I wave.
and you walk down into these sort of narrow hallways with all these different rooms, sort of labyrinthine passages of Sunday school rooms and storage closets, and just a bunch of the crud that any sort of communal building accumulates. And you head to a little room, and Winnie sort of knocks, and it's unlocked from the inside. And Lollavander the merman is in there, and he's got his own little bed and desk. He's just finished like a late breakfast. Oh, it's not good to see you guys at all.
It's not good to see you either.
greetings, Lollivander. I take
I
it that you have not been cured yet.
I am fully cured. One second, I have to fix something. I'll mute. Sorry. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to fix something in IRL.
Had my asthma getting thrown off. Okay, I'm all right.
Yeah, okay. Everything it's all good. What were you saying, Rudy? I apologize. I had to dip out.
So, despite not being healed, how are you feeling? Has the infection felt any worse? Are they keeping you safe?
I'm not safe at all. I'm getting worse every day, and I don't feel comfortable here. I
Very well. Well, I will return to check on you. And I'll look at Kai and see if anybody else has anything they want to say or do while we're down here.
So what to
I'm
are
just
they saying to heal you? They do it's what are the options again? There's the greater um
I believe you guys learned that. I think
Greater
Ordeith shared the.
restoration.
Yeah, Greater Restoration was the primary spell you learned.
restoration, and there was another thing I think we learned while he was still in the cave.
I think Ordeith, was it Ordeith who figured it?
No, Ordeith wasn't there.
Okay, well, there's also theoretically a Miremancer could purge Mire, but who would do that?
Right.
Right, that's not really what they're known for. So, Kai, Temmerlinck, Mariel, do you guys say anything else while you're down here?
I'm just gonna sit and wait until everyone leaves. I'm gonna sit on like the desk and just kind of kick my legs.
Okay. Uh, kind of an
Well-
awkward moment of gratitude. Oh yeah, go ahead, Wren.
I was just gonna say, well, I'm glad you're well. Though I did want to ask, did we ask how this happened before?
You
Lost is
did.
abandoned by his group, right?
I
there's no
was carefully cherished and protected in a caravan that wasn't attacked, and when I wasn't infected, I wasn't abandoned and left for dead.
It sounds like you need better friends.
I don't have better friends now.
Even ABR has to do like the double negative for a second. Wait, hold on here. Well, while we are waiting for us to get thing, I should write something encouraging. I have sheet of parchment, and I have
You gonna make a motivational poster?
no. I'm gonna write poetry. Obviously,
All right, roll performance, I guess.
performance. You think so?
I think so.
All right. Let's see how I sketch guy in there.
20 performance. You read a beautiful poem of encouragement, Mariel.
Okay. Do I need to write a poem really quickly, or is it
No, no.
okay? We don't have the time for that.
This
Okay.
is role play. You don't have. If you have to do it in real life, it's not role play. Uh,
All right. I'm okay at poetry. Just would take me a little bit.
yeah, no. We're on the clock here. You could do
Okay.
that on the
All right.
downtime
I'm
between
gonna
sessions if you want.
I'm gonna subtract one of the sheets of parchment
Go for it.
and leave it here with him.
While you're visiting with uh Lollivander, before you guys come back, Pick and Temmerlinck, you stay behind, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
I am very obviously agitated, and I've taken my hood off, which I never do. My cloak is my cloak is down, my hood is off. I am pacing agitatedly.
How do you feel about this, Temmerlinck?
Okay. I just look at him and um kind of you see a glyph like a circle beginning small in the center and widening.
I stop and look at it.
This is not like you, my friend.
Well, they're in danger. They're in a bad part of town. We got to get moving. We got to go take care of this guy.
You see the go ahead.
I just nod sort of semi non-committally. I'm still not entirely sure what I feel about the whole Clerics
Evil
of the Wounded Moon.
moon. Yeah.
And it just you make it. You can obviously tell that Pick is in fact quite concerned about anyone being in that part of the city and being reported missing.
I kind of
Okay,
sighed. Sorry.
I'm unfamiliar with this city. I take it this is a bad place.
Not the best, not the worst, but not the best. I want to get there as early in the day as I can because I certainly don't want to be there after nightfall.
So
I
if we
understand.
are about to come up the staircase, is Winnie still standing around?
Yeah, Winnie's with you. Kai, did
Um,
you want to say something? Sorry, I didn't mean to. Were you in the middle of saying something, Kai? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Am I coming through? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I want to say to Temmerlinck, well, regardless of what religion she is, she's Lollivander's best hope at this point.
Ordeith and I, as we're coming upstairs, because
I'll say Kai went ahead.
Yeah, so Kai went ahead, and then Ordeith and I'm. Do I get that? Do I get the vibe that Ordeith wants me distracted? Because he was asking about the deacon. Does he want me distracting the deacon? Do I need to be? Do I get like a vibe?
Ordeith, does Mariel get like a vibe?
I can roll.
No.
You
Okay.
don't get. Look at it. Okay.
Ordeith,
Plus
So
what
we're
my
gonna
you
come
help.
up.
what do you
We're
have for
gonna
Ordeith?
we're gonna come up the staircase. I'm gonna look
Yeah.
around and spot Winnie doing whatever they're doing. Excuse me, Deacon.
Oh
Could you
yeah,
tell me
hello.
more? Could you tell me more about the person that's missing?
Yeah, of course.
So
She
I
is.
haven't been here before. I don't know anything about these people yet.
She's my superior, Minister Eclipsi Piratis. She's actually the pastor of this whole like temple. I'm just the deacon. I'm just an assistant. She's an Asimar. Uh, she is often out serving the community, but she's never not come back before. I wish I could. I feel like I should be out there looking for her, but I can't leave. He
And
kind of
how
glanced.
long has she been gone?
She left yesterday to Lank Luminat to do her ministry there, which she's done before plenty of times. And then she didn't come back all night. And I thought maybe she'd come back late because, like, she does that. And I fell asleep and I woke up and she still wasn't here. And I wish I could look for her, but I can't. He kind of glances across the sanctuary and you see that, like, adopted kobold girl acolyte that you met the first time you were here, just like sweeping or something in the corner. Like, he just kind of glances, like, he can't leave here. He's got responsibilities.
Thank you. I believe my party and I will go look for her. And
Oh
I'm
my
gonna walk
gosh, would you do
over.
that?
I'm gonna see if I can tell how anxious Pig is. Can I roll a perception check?
That'd be insight.
Insight.
Okay, Mariel, you crit failed. Winnie's having a great day.
I'm gonna completely misread the room, guys. I thought of one. How does the moon? How's the moon clip her hair? The moon goddess.
Huh?
How does the moon goddess clip her hair? I thought of one. I took in Kai's sleeve. Guess what? I thought of one.
You're tugging on Kai's sleeve?
Yeah. How's the moon? How's the moon? How's the moon goddess cut her hair? Guess. Eclipse it.
I glare
So I can.
with daggers.
So, Ordeith, with that insight roll of 18, Pick, are you trying to conceal your feelings?
No, I'm making it very, very evident that I am agitated at any delay.
need to go.
Yeah, we need to go. Like my entire body posture is, can we hurry this up and get moving?
So I'm gonna just walk up to Pick and apologies for the length of our stay. Thank you for bearing with my inquiries to Oliver. And then just start walking towards the door.
All right, so do you
Oh,
guys head out of the
do you
temple?
have anything of hers? I don't know if we have anything spells that could help detect. Do you have anything of hers that would be would be associated with her, like I don't know, maybe something she uses for the church stuff, or something she wears, or like some one of her like oh
Well, I don't know exactly why you need it, but she left a spare prayer ring here.
oh okay, maybe that'll come in handy. Can I borrow it? I'm gonna see if I can.
Yeah.
Do we have anything that can like? Do we have any spells that can like find people based on the thing they have? That's the
Well,
thing.
we can do that, but I can certainly find exactly where she's at, and I will be keeping an eye open for anything peculiar as we go through it.
Okay, well I'll take her prayer ring and then I can give it back to her when I see her.
All right, add Moonblood prayer ring to your inventory. It's like a ring you'd wear on your finger, but it's got little nubbins so you can turn it like a wheel and
Okay.
count. Uh,
Does it fit my hand at all?
it's too big.
Okay. I'll just keep it in my pocket.
Winnie looks at you, Pick, just like with this expression of like immense relief because Winnie has known you for a long time and knows what you're capable of. Thank you, Pick. Seriously.
What's my flight speed compared to my walking speed?
All right, well, you're the best. Moon bless all of you. Take care.
50 feet.
So, do you guys head out of the temple?
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm already
already
like,
1 foot in front of
Yeah.
everybody else.
What?
I was
Can
like,
we
I'm
get?
just very slowly walking my way out the door.
Can we? Can we? Is there? Can I get there? I have a base flying feet of 50 feet, and it says medium armor. It's 25 feet. Is chainmail? Are you rolling that as medium armor or light armor or heavy
I
armor?
think I was ruling it as medium armor, even though it's technically heavy. I
Okay.
was ruling it as medium for you.
Okay. If I took off that, would I get? Could I carry someone and get there faster?
You'd have to roll strength to carry someone, but you could get there faster.
Okay. Okay. So if I ditching the chainmail would be really dangerous for me, wouldn't it?
That would be most of your AC, I think.
Yeah. See, that's probably not safe. But how long does the light spell back work? By the way.
Check the description.
Let's
Uh,
see.
you actually have it in front of you. I don't.
You know, it's an hour. Okay, no, he still has his
1 hour.
glowy blanket. I'm gonna leave the glowy blanket with Gleef.
Yeah, Gleef is still a glowy
All
boy
right.
behind Temmerlinck.
If time is of the essence, okay, follow me on this one. Weird cheating physics here. If Pick were carrying using his muscles to hold up the chainmail, or is that just did that just add to what I'd be carrying anyway?
The big thing with the chainmail is how it encumbers you because it's difficult to
Okay, so it's
fly
not
in
necessarily the
armor.
weight.
Yes.
Okay,
So you
Pick, I've got an idea.
I'm looking.
I'm really on his good side right now. Okay. So I start just kind of divesting a little bit. Okay, see this chainmail. If you hold this for me, then I can fly super fast and I could carry you, and then we could like get there early and like do some reconnaissance at least.
That's how you get captured. We need to be traveling quietly but smoothly.
Not flying over there.
Well, you see, as Takeen once taught me, fast is slow, slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
I think I need that written down. Fast is slow, slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Look, I know this city. We're going to go my
All right.
way.
I'm gonna go your way. Okay,
Just
I'm gonna put the chainmail back on.
yeah, try to be quiet. I slip my hood back on, glance behind to see if the group is following, and nod my head
Following?
to beckon everyone to follow me.
All right, I am following Pick.
do you guys all follow Pick and Mariel?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, you guys all move in a group with Glowy Boy Gleef.
We're going through alleys. Do we have like a traveling order?
We might, but we might not need it. I'm using my background
Cool,
ability to move quite a bit more swiftly through the city than normal.
Ooh, awesome.
All right, so go ahead. Sorry.
It's called City Streets. So I'll be using my city. I don't know if I have a definition in here, but I'm using my City Streets
Okay.
ability to kind of sneak through the back alleys and get through rather quickly. I know, like Pick knows the location, but for the sake of narrative, would you be willing to describe the area of town we're headed toward?
Yes, well, see, this is where the peculiarities of Adelaide Skifta come in, because Adelaide Skifta is considered one city, but it's built in different lengths, which are built on different Titan worms, which are these giant worms that live on Teagartha's petrified tail. Length Luminat is separate. So you guys are able to creep out through the gates pretty easily. That Arakakra knight who gave you a hard time last time just gives you a nod. Well, I guess he didn't really give you a hard time, but he gives you a nod. And you head back out onto the slopes of the tail. A little past noon now. Sun shining kind of just directly down on the immense petrified mountainous forms of Teagartha and the Titan Animos kind of entangled in eternal uh, frozen conflict. And you head over the slopes, and sort of around you, you can see these giant worms, these enormous worms with these long lines of towers and streets built on them. Pick, because you live here, you know which one is Length Illuminat, and because this is all very much very well controlled Inkworm territory, you don't run into any trouble getting to Length Illuminat. Uh, and you approach what are admittedly kind of run down gates, rather tarnished looking, tired guards. the not very well polished armor. There's a very different vibe here. This feels like an expensive restaurant that's a front for something illegal. And they haven't really bothered to pay the cleaning staff that much. And as you approach the gates, there's kind of a guard who steps forward a little half-heartedly. He's this dwarf with sort of a forked black beard and some scars, nasty scars on his face, and he's in an inkworm knight armor, and he goes, business or pleasure?
Wow, I don't actually know. I'm at a loss for words. Okay. What is okay? Sorry, I've been in the
No,
lead
you're
of all
good,
of
you're
this.
good.
What do I perceive? Should I roll perception? What do I perceive about
Yeah.
about this person's character? Have I ever met them before?
Roll history. Because you would have some familiarity. Yeah, you know this guy. This is Mariel. You can tell that this is a tired guy just kind of trying to do his job, but he doesn't care that much about it. Pick, you know this guy. You know he's often tired and doesn't care about his job, and it's just kind of half-heartedly doing it. His name is Boris Iron Fist.
Okay. I apologize for needing a repeat. My mind wandered off at just the wrong moment.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Set the scene for us again. So sorry.
Oh, no problem. It's an unusual scene. So Adelaide Skifta is this city. It's built in different sections, even though it's considered one city, and it's built in what they call lengths, which are just different, separate, ginormous worms that live and slowly creep around a certain area of the giant Titan dragon Teagarth's tail. You can see that on the map there.
Mm-hmm.
And so each length has a different name. You guys were in length Palastrian. You're
How
headed.
does the city stay in one area?
It's just the worms have like essentially a territory or a habitat that they live in, and they
Okay.
don't really stray outside of it. So the city rearranges itself, but never to the point where like they just completely spread away. So
What
you
was
guys
the
were in
name
like
of the length we were in?
Palastrian. Was the name of the length you were in.
Thank you
And
very much for the backstory on this.
No, it's totally fine. It's a little bit. It's an unusual idea for a city, so it is a little confusing. Um, and as you leave Length Palastrian, you come out onto the slopes of the ginormous mountain-sized tail, right? That's sort of like the foothills of the giant petrified dragon Teagartha. And you move from one giant worm length to another, which is called Length Luminat. And it is the same inkworm architecture in that it's very artisanal and gilded. It's sort of that like Tudor medieval mixed with the traditional Japanese architecture vibe, but it's kind of run down. It looks like it's seen better days. The gates are tarnished. The guards are tired and look kind of lazy. And only one of them kind of even bothers to kind of accost you. This dwarf, Boris Ironfist, who comes out and goes, business or pleasure?
Okay. Since I know that this guy doesn't actually care. I'm gonna very much look right at his eyes. I'm not lying. I'm gonna look at him and say, business.
Okay, have a nice time in Length Luminat. Take Gartha bless or something. What is lunch?
Is this? Oh wait, you hungry?
Yeah, what of it?
I have some rations. Do you like rations?
Are you an angel?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pass on the angel food.
Oh, it's normal food.
I'm good. I
Here, sir. I'm
don't
gonna try
mess with
persuading him to take.
angels. I don't
I've
need
got
that.
some good berries from yesterday.
Oh, you talk. Of course you talk. Sure, I'll take a good berry. What the heck?
Okay.
It's the same dude I did
I
Insight
give
on,
him a
right?
good berry.
Yeah, he kind of eats it appreciatively. Hey, thanks. You guys have a nice time, all right? And hey, if you want a shot of my whiskey in repayment, he kind of reaches into like his armor and pulls out a little flask.
I push a hand out to stop. Like, we should be going.
Okay, all right. You guys have fun, all right? Fun guys. And you head into Length Luminat, which is a very tired place, gray, tarnished. somewhat more subdued, very different vibes here. A little bit more gothic architecture, a little bit more intimidating, just a little bit heavier air. People kind of go about their business with their heads down, there's more hoods up. And the further you go in along this length through the streets, Pick, you can navigate them very well with your ability. The shadier and the grimmer it gets as you get further and further towards kind of the center of the city. And it almost feels like the ground itself is sinking a little bit, like there's some kind of giant divot in the back of the worm that creates almost a valley. It gets darker and shadowier as you
Oh
move
no, we're
in.
going in an orifice, aren't we?
Not quite. Uh,
I'd like to do perception to see. I don't. What clues do I need to be looking for finding this person?
that's a good question.
I pick. What are we looking for as far as like to track this woman down?
We're getting close to where we have to start looking, but rather than worrying about looking at the moment, what you need to be worrying about is anyone looking at you. Mariel
Oh,
in particular, you're a
okay.
little bit bright and bold.
I'm gonna try. Hiding my wings in my cloak.
Uh, oof. Your chainmail honestly rattles so much, it's apparent you have two extra limbs going on.
Was that advantage or
Uh,
disadvantage?
Disadvantage
Ouch.
because he's
because
because it's chainmail. Even like kind of ruling it as medium armor just for
it's
flight
it's
purposes.
it's still yeah.
Yeah, I'm still giving the stealth advantage. It's loud.
We had this before
Yeah,
actually.
we had a whole conversation about this before. I was like, okay, you can do it, but it's still gonna be loud. Anyway, you
Okay, I'm
uh
going to dismiss Gleef into his temporarily into his pocket dimension.
okay, the little glowing blanket poof, falls on the ground.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's the
I'm
exact
gonna.
opposite of what we need right now. Can you
Just
please put that thing out?
Okay, I'm gonna dismiss the light cantrip,
You've
and
definitely attracted some eyes by this point.
I'm
A
just gonna wave, and then
kind
I'm
of
gonna.
short, squat, golden scaled dragonborn missing one of his fangs and one of his eyes, who is not in knight armor. He's just a kind of in leather and black and kind of a dark, kind of half cloak over one arm kind of vibe. And he kind of swaggers up to you guys. I don't think I've seen you in this part of town before.
Hi, I mean, we're new here.
What are you doing here, little girl?
Oh,
I'm
well,
just gonna slowly step in front of Mariel so she's behind my giant shell, and I'll tell
What are
the
you supposed to
dragonborn,
be?
I am what I am, as
As this
all
is
of us
happening, I'm
can
going to use the
be.
distraction to sneak behind him and get near any pack he might be carrying.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth.
All right, this is going to be fun. Okay.
okay. He should have advantage though, because
What
we're totally
do you
distracting this guy.
All right, I'll let
what
you roll
do
again,
you
Pix, and start
need?
helping. 13, you do evade his notice. Uh, the Dragonborn looks at you, Ordeith, and goes, "What do I need? What are you, my dad, huh? Asking what I need? I need to
Why
know.
are you bothering me and my friend?
Are you bothered? Am I bothering you, little turtle? Listen,
Quickly, Kai's
Pops."
Hey, he's the turtle.
Yeah, Kai?
Kai's just gonna step in, trying to diffuse the situation. Just say, "We're just passing through," and just kind of try and
He spits on the
assure the
ground in
others
front
that
of you. Hey, Birdie, what are you doing in town? I didn't know your kind came into civilization.
All right. At this point, I've had enough of this guy. I'm going to pick his bag.
Go for it. Roll sleight of hand.
Oh,
25.
nice, dude.
Okay. You get 8 gold pieces.
Oh, all right.
Nice. All
Well,
right, I'm picking up the blanket. I'm like
uh,
shaking it out, like, I'm gonna have to clean this.
Temmerlinck, you're easily the biggest person here. How are you reacting to all this?
I'm I'm coming in front of Mariel standing together with Ordeith, but he seems to have it handled in the speaking department, so I'm not going to say anything yet.
Can you should like intimidation quietly, like you just stand there.
Do you want to roll intimidation?
I can, yeah, I'm not really trying to be intimidating. I'm just trying to
You're not escalating yet.
be I'm not escalating yet. I'm there to be in front of the smaller people if things take a turn for the worse.
Okay.
Kai, you were trying to defuse the situation, which did not seem to work very well. If you want, you could try to roll persuasion, but it would be a very high DC.
I will try.
No dice. Hey. The people are talking.
You know, listen, I'm gonna
What
go up.
are
I'm gonna
they
push way to the front.
talking about?
What are you talking about, Turtle Man?
You ever like make statements, or is it just everything a question like I'm doing right now? See how annoying that is? I feel like we could really have more constructive
I don't
conversation.
like to be annoyed, little girl.
Oh, neither do we. So like just let's treat each other as we all want to be treated. You go on your way.
I
We'll go
didn't
on our
ask
way.
to be preached to by some
Well,
stellar fallen star child. You
I'm
know, the
gonna
world didn't ask for your kind to come down here.
I'm gonna take off the cloak. Listen, all right, we're not here to hurt you. We just want to go on our way. I rolled a natural 20 in persuasion. I would just like to point that out.
Okay, I just noticed that.
I listen. I understand that you don't want to send your turf. We're just passing through, getting one of our own. Why don't we just forget this happened? You can go your way. We'll go our way.
Fine. Bored anyway. He wanders off. Kind of moves over to a knot of other unsavory characters, and they're all kind of like whispering
She's
and giving you a
Mariel is
stink
like
eye.
turns around,
At this
big old
moment,
grin, just bouncing her toes, like oh my gosh, like I did something.
I make a psst noise, nod my head, put my cloak
Oh
back
right,
on,
right.
and
Go back on it.
I immediately duck into a side alley as quickly as we can to get the heck out of visibility.
All right.
All right. Go ahead and roll stealth again, I guess, because you are trying to evade freshly. No, Pick with your 16, you are able to kind of keep the party quiet. You know, in spite of Mariel's best efforts, you are able to quietly slip away, and you find yourselves in like a very seedy but very savory market space with a lot of stalls, a lot of like food stalls, a lot of meat left out in open air, admittedly, but a lot of like grilling smells and spices and people for the bit, right? Of course, Kai. You can't.
She can follow. She can follow me. I'm very visible. So
Yeah, you're not sure where Pick is, but somehow you feel his guiding presence.
Hopefully, someone else saw me. I am going to pull the group a little to the side. Like,
Okay.
all right, Mariel, cover
yes.
those wings now.
Right.
Okay, everybody else, for the love of all that's holy, don't stand out. Ouch. Sorry.
Any tips? You're really good at like disguises and stuff.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I knocked my microphone over.
So I'm just gonna adopt the whole Robin Williams and Hook like peg leg. Yar.
That stands out in a different way. All right,
So
follow me.
Oh,
I'm going
no,
to
I did
attempt to
not know I
guide us
needed.
toward the right area where the disappearance likely happened.
Dun, dun,
All
dun,
right,
dun.
Pick. I am gonna make you roll something. You can roll investigation or survival.
All right, hang on. Let me think about this. I don't know my character. Where's the right button? Where is it?
Left by the skills.
It's in the list. I did not know I needed pirate turtle disguise in my life.
Right? I seriously cannot find survival. Oh, there, it's at the very bottom. Okay, hang on.
It's at the bottom. Don't worry, it's not in alphabetical order.
Okay, we're gonna do investigation.
Okay.
Oh, that's not
that's
great.
a 14. Oh no, that's a 7 Pick. So Pick, you give this long, stern lecture about like, look, I know these streets, I know what we're doing, just follow my lead.
Hey, is that over there?
And then Mariel points to what is obviously like an active crime scene as far like investigation scene. It's all roped off, like something between police tape and theater ropes. And there's a bunch of knights. Well, there's like a few knights that are like obviously pouring around like gumshoe detective style, looking at a smashed up building that got burned out windows.
All right, Mariel,
guys
you
doing?
found this. You do the work.
Right.
You wander over
Can I
there and
roll a
make a
perception
scene
check?
of asking every question you can. I'm going to listen from a distance, and we'll see what happens.
You can roll perception, Ordeith. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if there's anything that stands out about the crime scene or the building or anything.
Absolutely.
Why am I rolling so poorly?
Oh man.
Mariel's getting good rolls for no apparent reason
You guys
now.
have to understand, Mariel has a -2 and like 3 skills, like 3 abilities. I don't know how this is happening. Okay, Ordeith, it's a crime scene. It looks like some serious violence went down, but beyond that, this is like very urban, and it does not feel like your purview. It's kind of overwhelming. And yeah, Kai, you're looking at a wall with that nat one. You've found like a garbage pile and you're like digging through it because you think something important is in there and it's not.
There's some graffiti that looked important.
Uh, you thought maybe it was thieves' cant or something. Heck yeah, banana peels. You can add those to your inventory if you want.
You never know when
Mariel,
you're going to trip
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah, you need to slip someone up.
what was that, Ordy? Sorry.
You never know when you're going to need to trip somebody.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Banana peels are great.
So, Mariel, Temmerlinck, you both rolled very good, 18 and 21. Mariel, you definitely notice that this seems about like old enough that it probably happened last night. The building is blackened, like there's been some kind of fire, but fairly contained, like maybe like a fiery explosion of some kind, some kind of fire magic, maybe. Uh, Streets are pretty, like, actually a little tore up looking weirdly. Um, the building looks like probably some kind of impoverished tenement, like some old building that's been partitioned out as like super crummy bad apartments, like kind of Scrooge renter style.
Okay.
And Temmerlinck, with your slightly higher role, you've seen a bit of the world, right? And in addition to seeing all of what Mariel sees, you get the vibe that this isn't just like ordinary firebolt kind of situation. Like there's something weird about this. There's something that feels a little more powerful, a little more peculiar, almost like an elemental quality to it. Like the way that the paving
Mm.
stones are ripped up feels almost like you notice there's like some puddles and it hasn't rained and you're like maybe some ice melted. There's just a lot of little details that make you feel like this isn't just like a guy cast a firebolt and it got out of hand. Like this is weird.
Okay.
I'm gonna just kind of
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Go
Timberlake,
on.
sorry.
yeah. I just wanted to quietly commentate everything I pointed out to everything I saw to everybody else, and
Yeah, okay, you share all that. What were you saying, Timberlake?
Yeah, I'll share the same, but um, can I, if I wild shape into a spider to go check it out more closely, can I do that without attracting a bunch of attention?
Potentially with Pick's help, if you could roll high enough stealth in an alley, you could do that. You slip into an alley, maybe. But
Okay.
it is a very crowded urban environment, so I will make you roll stealth. And Pick, you also can roll stealth if you want. I'll
I
say
will.
you can help him hide in this context.
I'll go over while you're doing that, and I'll go
If
and talk
I'm
like Pick
if
told me
I'm
to do.
getting help, do I get to roll with advantage?
Um, it's either that or you could use Pick's roll if it's higher. Um,
Okay. I'll
so
roll with advantage.
okay, okay.
All right.
All right. You got a 15 with Pick's help. Kai for the bit
Okay.
once again. You turn around, you don't see. This time it's Temmerlinck, and he's big. Temmerlinck, would you like to describe how you wild shape?
Yes, I would actually. You can, if you're able to
Oh, cool.
keep your eyes on me, you see a sort of almost origami effect as I kind of my body parts sort of rearrange themselves, a bit like a transformer or something, as I fold down into a tiny spider.
All right, Temmerlinck, you're an itty bitty spider. What do you want to do?
I am going to go and check out what's in the what's on the other side of the police cordon. I'm going to go
All right.
skip it across.
I'll be
And
I'm supposed to go talk to him anyway, so I'll run distraction. I don't know. I actually don't know about the spider plan, but I'm doing this accidentally. But I remember Pick told me to ask questions, and then he was going to listen.
Yeah, and I am listening
So-
from a distance and out of sight.
Hey, yes, Ordeith?
While Temmerlinck is running across as a spider, is it reasonable to assume that I have a vial in this chemistry set that I bought?
Yeah, you've got a vial. You've got a few vials and beakers and that kind of thing.
Okay. Can I take a little bit of like the puddled water, just because it's unusual?
Oh, you'd have to get across the police cordon to do that.
Dang. Okay.
Do you want to go with
Well,
Mariel and see what you can manage?
no, that's okay. I'll just watch and listen.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
up. Hey there, what's going on here? We've been looking for someone who went missing, and I guess this is where she disappeared. You know what happened last night?
You see this like very tired looking human knight. He looks incredibly sleep deprived. And he turns in his very like fine embellished inkworm armor that is now kind of scuffed and dirty, and you could tell he's got that air of like he has not showered, he has not sat down. The guy looks rough. And he turns to you and he
Her
goes,
name's Minister Eclipsey. I show I take out the prayer ring, so that's like a token.
"Oh, you know her? She knows an angel?"
We know someone who knows her, but the deacon is looking for her, so we're like
That
on like a searching
the earring
quest.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Sir Pieptus Aproliad. I'm leading this
That's a
investigation.
beautiful name.
I think you're the first person to ever think that, kid. Um, don't worry, we're on top of it. I appreciate your concern. We're looking into it. We'll find her, so no worries there.
17 insight.
This guy is tired. He is not very competent. He is sincere and overwhelmed and just
Okay, so
kind of
he's not lying to me. This is a competence issue, not a
yeah, he's not lying to you. It's clear that this guy is firing on like
He's-
not the average quantity of brain cells.
he's just in over his head.
Yeah. Temmerlinck, you can't really get a read on him. It's just another knight.
I actually do have
approach it.
something I want to do.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, go ahead, Ordeith. What's up?
So, because I can't go across the thing without breaking the rules, can I cast Wild Companion Wild Companion, and expend a Wild Shape charge to make it a Fey creature?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What are you
Okay,
what are you
so
summoning?
like a little sprite or a pixie or something. So I would
right.
like to summon a companion that can go scoop up some of this water real quick without catching
Hey
anybody.
there!
Sorry.
I'm Butterflu! How can I help?
Hello, young friend. I would like you to
I'm
take this
5,000
vial.
years old!
Well, small friend, then my apologies. I
I'm
meant
actually
no
tall for a
offense.
fairy. Well, actually, sprite. Fairies are way bigger.
Now, would you kindly take this vial and go scoop up some of that water over the
Sure.
puddle across from the crime scene?
Live to serve. She drags this vial that's bigger than her over.
Do I notice this at all?
Roll perception. Yeah.
What is with my rolls now today? Okay.
You see this little sprite come over, scoop up some of the suspicious puddle, and carry it back. Now that's gonna.
Is this similar to is this similar to a familiar thing, or is this totally different? Like, is this connected? Can I feel that this is
It's
connected to Ordeith?
It is also fine familiar. It's just a little bit fancy.
yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
you feel this
Okay, so I
connection.
can feel the connection. Okay, cool. So I can tell that that's from Ordeith
It's
then. Okay, so
druid find familiar. Yeah.
that's really
What did you say its name is?
Butterflu.
Butterflu. Okay, thank you.
We're gonna scroll back over to Temmerlinck because you did your transformer mechanization fold down into a spider, and you've
Yes.
crossed the police cordon, and you're kind of in among the puddles. There's like 3 knights, and you're kind of navigating between their tired boots. Do you head into the burned out looking tenement?
I'm just standing and
I do.
talking. I'm distracting this whole time. I'm just talking and
Right,
asking questions.
and you're just exhausting this coffee deprived knight. Um, you crawl inside Temmerlinck, and your little spider legs, and you turn in, and for a moment, do you have dark vision, Temmerlinck?
Spiders have dark vision, so yes, I have
Okay, yeah, and
dark
with
vision and
your
spider foot.
peculiar spidery eyes, you look out in this blasted, what was once a decrepit and pathetic dwelling that has been blasted by some sort of explosion. And in the midst of all of this, you see a figure frozen in a giant crystal of ice in the middle of the room.
What the heck?
And that's where we're going to call the session for
Oh,
tonight.
for crying out loud!
Okay.
Holy cow!
Ow.
Could you add that vial of unusual water to my inventory?
Yes. I'll add suspicious puddle vial.
Okay, well that was really fun.
I hope you all
Yes.
guys had fun.
It's been a long time since we got to play, so this was really fun, and I'm really curious what the heck is
Yes.
going on.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to hit stop recording.
All right.